Yo, what's going on, everyone? This video is going to be about Legacy Nation, and as I'm sure you all know, there's a $500 tournament going on at the moment, being hosted by Barry Haynes and Pumas. Um, Up until a few days ago, there was 32 teams in this tournament. There's now 31 teams because one of the teams in the tournament, Legacy Nation, I'm talking about now, their leader has been caught cheating. Wolfie, their leader, has been caught not only cheating but also trying to teach other people how to cheat. Um, so as a consequence of that, Barry and Pumas have rightly kicked them out of the tournament. So fair play to Barry and Pumas for putting their foot down and sort of disallowing this sort of scumbaggery to be tolerated in the community. Um, as for Six God, who I'm addressing in this video as well, who is Wolfie's inferior, he's sort of underneath Wolfie. They all sort of get told what to do by him. He's decided to make a video and throw his toys out of the cot because Barry and Pumas have again kicked them out of the tourney for cheating. Yeah, so I thought the video that Six God made was about the tournament and why he shouldn't have been kicked, etc., etc. How wrong was I? I mean, this guy literally talked for 5 minutes about me and why I'm a scumbag and why I'm sort of I think the word he used was deceiving to my viewers. I mean, I'm not sure what's so deceiving about this video. I mean, the quote-unquote best HS player got dismantled by me. I mean, it's quite clear I'm not deceiving anybody. This is just dismantlement of one of the best quote-unquote players in the game. So yeah, it's quite black and white really. It's not really deceiving Six God. He also said that Advent didn't take this 1v1 serious, which is just complete bullshit really. Advent literally took a minute to come to middle map at one point, and I remember thinking that he was AFK, but after watching the cinema back, he'd actually been avoiding me and going through the scenic routes of the map just to sort of shoot me in the back. And at another point, you see me in that 1v1 killing him as he was going up top to top horseshoe when the match was drawn to sort of waste time and perhaps try and get a kill on me from the back. You tell me, Six God, anybody who plays a friendly 1v1, why do they play like that? I mean, from my understanding, it's literally just get in a gunfight, warm your aim up, and that's it. Many of you will probably ask, why did I save that 1v1 at the time? It's a good question. At the time, Advent was saving videos versus people left, right and centre. He still does, and especially at the time he was doing it literally every day. And I think in my heart of hearts, if Advent would have beat me that time, then he probably would have saved that and that would have appeared on YouTube at some point recently. So, I mean, it's true, Advent did win one versus me. I mean, fair enough. I mean, I'm not really bothered about taking a loss versus Advent when I didn't have much 1v1 experience at the time, and he had an abundance of it. So, I mean, me taking loss to Advent really doesn't sit badly with me at all, considering people talk about him like he's one of the best 1v1 players in the world, quote unquote, when despite me really thinking he's not anything too special. It's just a sort of a basic player, really. Doesn't do anything too drastic. Not the most difficult gunfight I've ever had in the world. I mean, in my opinion, Magic, Antonio, I mean, even Aketu, people like that are much more skillful players with a HS than Advent is, but that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, there was also in Six God's video, he decided to mention a comment left on a video a long time ago, probably about 4 years ago now, which he concluded from that comment that I cheated in Uncharted 4. As most people know, when I played Uncharted 4, especially comp, I didn't used to use a FAL or a Metler very often. In fact, I always had teammates who used to do that for me and play that role for me. So most of the time I was just using an automatic gun in the game. I wasn't ever using a FAL or a Metler, and I've only started using those guns recently. So yeah, unless you have a Magic Leprechaun who fucking toggles your stick or sort of moves it in the same precise motions that you require to win a gunfight on Uncharted 4, you're not going to be able to benefit from cheating in this game whilst using a HS. I mean, I can definitely see how you'd benefit with a foul or perhaps a metler because you need to spam those guns sometimes. But even then, when you spam those guns, it rewards you as well for taking your time and making sure every burst counts and that you get a good headshot burst off on your enemy, whoever you're playing against. So, I mean, a lot of people wonder as well why I even left that comment then if I ever used a HS. I actually left that comment because at the time it wasn't just an issue received by me. Many people had an issue with Sony's DualShock 4 controller and the input lag surrounding it. All you have to do is a simple Google search DualShock 4 input lag, and you'll find articles upon Reddit posts of people complaining about what to do about this input lag. At the time, it should be around 2016, and shortly after, Sony come out with a controller which supported hardwiring through a USB cable. But again, all I was doing at the time was looking into alternatives. I wasn't planning on doing anything cynical. I mean, look into it as much as you want, really. But I think in my heart of hearts, Six doesn't believe I cheat. He just really just tries to point score. But even then, if I was using something generic like a device to cheat, how come everybody who bought those devices doesn't replicate my playstyle, doesn't replicate how I use a HS, can't pull off what I pull off against players, and can't dismantle teams like Legacy, like the way I dismantle them in these videos? You know, just it doesn't really add up, to be honest. Because many people have tried, but they don't succeed. So evidently there has to be some skill in there at some point. Even though Six doesn't seem to think there is. Again, this kangaroo merchant, who a lot of people think is American, which actually he isn't. He's from Australia. He's an Indian boy called Nick, and he tries to give off this persona that he's American and that he's this hood rat and he's this toughened sort of character in the scene, which he's not. I mean, this is the same guy who sort of screams and shouts in a party chat with making sure his voice is allowed, but then in the same situation, he got in a party chat with me not long ago, probably a few months ago, had me muted and made sure that was the first thing he did as soon as he joined the party chat, because he knew I was going to ask him some questions about what he's been saying, but didn't want to answer those. And again, when I asked him to get in a party chat recently, he didn't want to do that either, so and neither did Yoshi. And I even offered to join their party chat, but no, both of those were declined. So what can you do? You can't talk to these kids, you can't educate them, you can't question them about what they're saying. They just shout and scream from the hills just to try and get some attention. And a Six will see now the magic formula, like Conor McGregor in the UFC, talk about panic, get a few thousand views. That's the sort of basic formula people use in this game, really. Sort of bring me into the title, put my name in the title, automatic a few thousand views. And that's what Six is doing here, because he knows his 240 subscribers don't really give a fuck about him getting disqualified from a tournament by Barry because he was in the wrong and he got caught red-handed. So that's all I have to really say about this kid and his team. I mean, I can't really take it serious, to be honest. I mean, I don't even deal with the Uncharted 4 competitive community anymore. I really only play pubs and stream them and play a few scrims here and there, but apart from that, I'm just a spectator of the sport, really. I don't really deal with it anymore because I just have no interest in it. But thank you all for watching, and I hope this answered any questions you had.
As you can see, that's why I'm not speaking. Everywhere I words are coming at me from on the radio and on the TV. People stop to say hello, but that isn't what I need. What I want from these words is to be free. One word after the other, no space for me to say. I have to leave and get some space, I gotta get away. Sitting there impatiently, trying not to cry, 'cause honestly, I was getting tired of words, words, words. Don't want them anymore. Words, words, words. How could I deal with them before? It's like they've taken over and there's nowhere I can hide. What good do they bring? Never fix anything. Words, words, words. Don't want them anymore. Words, words, words. How could I deal with them before? It's like they've taken over and there's nowhere I can hide. What good do they bring? Never fix anything. So as you can see, that's why I'm not speaking. Words, 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 what's the point of narrating life? 'Cause you know that words will only hurt you inside. You'll make your promises and then you break them. Who says forgiveness can be written down with a pen? Words.